Well, hello there. Welcome back to Larry's Fountain Pens. I'm Larry. Good to have you back. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorite nibs. As you all know, I like a wet nib. My favorite of all nibs, I would have to go with a medium. I do like the 1.1 and the 1.5 a lot. I'm not too much on fine nibs unless they are a wet nib. And Pelican has a really fine wet nib. I have not tried the Mont Blanc fine nib as of yet, but down the road I may. But right now what I want to talk about is two of my favorite nibs. First time for me to ever pin myself down and share with you guys my favorite nibs. Let's take a look right down here. First of all, two of my favorite pens are right before your eyes. The Monteverde Giant Sequoia fountain pen. Beautiful, well-made, big fountain pens. Nicely balanced. Fits well in my hand. My hand doesn't get tired for long writing sessions. Just a lot of nice, fine detail has been put in these pens. They came with a medium nib, but they do not have a medium nib anymore. And I'll share with you one of them right now, and then I'll do a writing test for you. The first one, we can get real close and see what that is, Mr. Announcer. Get a good shot of those nibs. It's a Monteverde broad nib, a black steel broad nib. I really like this nib. It's a nice, juicy, wet nib. Lays down the ink. It's not scratchy. It does everything I need for this nib to do and more. Now, another favorite of all-time nibs is in this Sequoia brown fountain pen. And here it is. Omniflex nib. This is the Yafa made Omniflex nib, unmarked. Conklin has one that is marked, but this one is not. I love the shape of the nib. It's a very interesting nib, to say the least. I love the look. You can write with this nib as you would do any fountain pen, regular writing, or if you want, you can also flex this nib. For those who likes flexing calligraphy, this could be up your alley. And the nib is affordable. And I bought mine from his nibs. And one thing about his nibs, Norman checks every nib before they go out to his customers. He wants to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the nib, that you're not going to have any problems. So I really like that about his nibs. So here we go. We're going to get to do some writing now on my favorite paper, Tomoe River 52G paper that I got from Birmingham Inks. And the ink that I'm going to be using is the Private Reserve Chocolate Fast Dry. Flex. There's you some flex right there. Now no flex. See the difference? Flex. Look at that. To me, that is just beautiful. As you well know, if you keep up with my videos, I don't do much flexing. But what I like about a nib is a smooth, wet nib. Well, this delivers all three: smooth, wet, and flex. And that's just regular writing. And that's with flexing. And as with all your flex nibs, if you write too fast, you can railroad the nib. So that means you have to slow down a little bit. And for me, it helps me because I tend to write real fast, just all over the place. So it helps me control my speed. So this is the downstroke with no pressure. And you see, I'm fast. Now I'm going to do it slow. And this is almost out of ink. No pressure at all. And with pressure. And there's railroading, railroading. Slow and easy. There we go. And let me check my ink because I'm getting a little bit low, and it would help if you always have enough ink in your pen. Right. So this is railroading for those of you that are new at this. No big deal. That's easy corrected. Just slow down when you write. Look at that. See the difference in the line variation? Right there again. So that's the OmniFlex. I am super pleased with it, and I really did love this nib. And it's just, for me, it's a joy to write with. Love it. Now, let's go with my other giant Sequoia. Love the color of this pen. Beautiful color. Monteverde, I mean, they knocked this one out of the ballpark as far as I'm concerned. The size, the clip, the band, the material used to make the pen, the shape, the weight. Now here's the nib. Let's go ahead and look at this nib. I have a black steel broad Monteverde nib in this one. So let's do some writing with this nib. And the ink I'm using is the Bungbox 4B. It's a real nice shade of blue. And I'm just going to stop here. Has a great flow. Again, steel nib. It's smooth, it's wet, and it does give line variation. Downstroke, cross stroke. Nice broad nib. And there you have it. Some of my two favorite nibs. The OmniFlex by Yuffa and the Monteverde broad nib. For me, they do everything a nib needs to do for me. Thanks you for joining me today on some of my favorite nibs. I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. So you might want to check out his nibs. He has a great price on them. He's not paying me to say this. I bought the nib, but he does sell them in black as well. So I am going to get a black one of these and put it in probably one of my All-American fountain pens, probably my lapis blue one. So nice nibs. Glad I bought it. And hey, again, thanks a lot. I'll see you next time. Don't text and drive. See you later. Peace and out.